So nitrogen pollution is a problem in the Maldives because a few sources across the islands, coming from land-based sources such as sewage, agriculture, industry, municipal sources, are going straight into the ocean. Historically, it has been fine because there was low levels of population, but now there's high rates of increase in tourism, which is great for the economy, but unfortunately it's causing increased sewage. And there's also agricultural islands in the Maldives, and we're finding that there's a lot of excess nitrogen being used, and all that excess nitrogen ends up leaching into the groundwater and eventually into the marine environment. For the marine ecosystems, it creates hypoxic environments, low levels of oxygen, and that eventually can cause diseases and death of coral reefs, seagrasses, etc. It's also been found that it can affect the health of human beings and other animals. The team is going for approximately 2 weeks. We've recently already had an online meeting with government stakeholders from the Maldives, from different agencies, Water and Sewage, Environment Agency, Climate Change Agency, all the relevant actors. And our visit this time is to meet actual island organizations. The key ones are the island councils that manage the island, and also the women's committees. There's also environmental organizations. So we go into the island of Tadu and Lamugan, which are agricultural islands. So it's also to meet with farmer groups. Also, we have a partner called Maldives Resilient Reefs that have worked with us for some time now, and they're doing great work on that. And also we're going to be working in Villemale, which is an urban island, to talk about the sewage situation. We have found recently in our research that a lot of people are not aware of the problem of nitrogen pollution because it's sort of invisible, right? You can't see nitrogen in the ocean. So we are raising awareness of the problem. This is very important, doing it in education, formally and informally. It's important because we want them to be participating in the project. So if they're not informed and educated about the problem, they can't participate actively in the project. And the final aspect, I think, is because then it gives them it empowers them to make the best decisions for their islands and where they live. I think the key thing that we want to see is that Maldivians are aware of the problems that are threatening their livelihoods, and that they are supporting the initiatives to reduce these threats. So for instance, in the project we want to pilot a sewage treatment plant in one of the agricultural islands in Tadu, subject to their approval, and use this treatment plant would turn the sewage into usable fertilizer to use back on the farms. So create more nature-based solutions that they can use, and hopefully if they accept them and so on. So we want to promote from the local all the way up to the national level that they adopt policies and initiatives that will help them have clean and healthy oceans. It's important for me because I grew up in a developing country, so I grew up seeing all these problems on site, and the Maldives is a small island developing state, and this is why they received this funding. And I find it is very important that we help these countries to deal with these issues because for instance, the Maldives, their income depends on tourism. That's the main income for the country. And at the moment, nitrogen pollution is threatening their income and also their local well-being. So for me, it's very important that we can help them raise awareness of the problem, because often there is no understanding of the problem, but also offer them solutions and help them through our research.